right, Johnny, you ready? All right, today we're going to continue with our reading comprehension and vocabulary lessons, okay? Today we're going to focus on nonfiction. Do you remember what fiction and nonfiction is? Okay. Nonfiction means that the story is true. It's not made up. Fiction means that you made the story up. You know how sometimes you make stories up and you know that they're not real? Well, you're making up fiction. This book is called Birds of Eastern and Central North America.
Is that real?
And this is a very real book. Gigi, remember Grandpa? Gigi? He got me this book when I was little. And it's a book about all the different types of birds that are in Eastern and Central North America. So what do we call this? Is this what part of the book is this? Well, it is the front, and that means it's called the cover. Remember? Front cover.
Front cover.
And what is this?
The back cover.
That's right. All right. Now, let's flip this open here. What do we have here? Light is not good. What do we have here? What page is this? It's the title page, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
All right. And right here, we have what's called the table of contents. See?
Yeah.
And this gives you a general or main ideas of what the book covers, okay? All the main ideas that this book covers is right here on this page. And I believe this one has 3 or 4 pages, okay? See, I see it ends right there. Now, in back, we have what's called an index in this book. This book doesn't have a glossary, but it does have an index, okay? And this is a detailed list in alphabetical order with the page number of everything in the book, okay?
Okay.
See how it starts with A?
Yeah. Was B?
Yes, sir. You've got the idea. If I can get the page to separate. See? It spells from A there to B here. Okay?
Okay, then C.
And ooh, there's a lot of C's, huh? And then D. All right. So you understand that now. Right. So now we've gone through that. We're going to start reading our story. No, we're not. We're going to go through our anticipation guide first, aren't we? Okay. Get your paper and follow along with Daddy. He's going to read it out to you, okay?
Okay.
And you just circle just like we did last time if you agree or disagree. And if you don't understand a word, we'll address that, okay?
Okay.
We live in the state of Texas. Agree or disagree? Okay. So you know basically what a state is? Okay. Well, a short definition would be a territory under one government. Okay.
Okay.
Now, we're going to come back to that in just a second, but let's answer the second one real fast, okay?
Okay.
We live in a country called America. Agree or disagree?
I don't know.
Well, we do. We live in a country called America. Nope, not that one. This one, the second one. So, just so you understand where these birds are, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what America is, okay?
Okay.
All right, so America is a country, all right? And states are like countries, but they're smaller. And here's how I'm going to get you to understand this. We own this house, right? And we own the land, right? But it's fenced off, right? Okay, so let's say I'm the main owner, but I decide to give you and Logan in the backyard, let's say I split it evenly between you two, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so think of me having the whole property as the country, okay?
Okay.
This is the country of Daddy, all right?
Okay.
And then Logan and Johnny get 2 smaller sections in Daddy's country to have control over, right? So I would govern or have control of all the property, but you would govern and have control over the section in the backyard that I gave you, and Logan would have control over the section that I gave him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so those smaller sections would be like states inside Daddy's country. Okay, so the country we live in is America, and there are 50 states that make up America. The land is divided equal. Well, the land is divided into 50 states. It's not all equal. Some states are bigger than others. So do you have the general idea now? Okay, good. So let's go on to our third. There are many types of birds that live in America. Agree or disagree? No.
Agree.
Birds are born from eggs.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
Well, circle it.
I did.
No, that's this one. That was many different birds live in America. We're on the next one now. Birds are born from eggs. Agree or disagree? Okay, so you know that all bird species, or all birds, are born from eggs. Good. All birds can fly. Agree or disagree? But all birds can't fly. One example would be an ostrich. Did you know that? That they can't fly?
Yeah, but
They can run fast.
I mean like normal birds.
Well, it's still a bird, so do you still agree that all birds can fly? Okay, well let's circle disagree then.
Yeah, but I already have agreed.
But it's not right, so circle disagree. Right, so you ready to get to our story in this book about birds?
Yeah.
All right, let's learn a little bit about birds. So, what state did we say we live in? No, we're not going to play with those. You need to focus. What state did I say we lived in? State. No, that's the country we live in. The state we live in is Texas. Texas. Texas, that's right. Texarkana, Texas. And Texarkana is the city that we live in, which is an even smaller version of a state. Oh, sit up, please. Let's do this like you were in school. I know you don't lay down at your desk at school. Okay. So, we chose a mockingbird because that is Texas's state bird. And that's what it looks like.
That?
This one in the middle. Yes, sir. Have you ever seen a bird that looks like that in our yard? Yeah, you have.
Yeah, one time I tried to catch it.
You did.
Yeah.
But you didn't, though, did you?
I did not get it.
You didn't get it. Well, let's learn a little bit about this mockingbird, okay?
Okay.
They're gray, slimmer, and longer than a robin. They have large white patches on their wings and tail, conspicuous in flight. You know what conspicuous means?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was thinking you might not. It means to be clearly visible or attracting attention, okay? And we'll come back and explore that word in a minute. Right here we said juvenile, spotted below, slight buff to underparts. So, do you know what juvenile means? It means young. In other words, not an adult yet.
Yeah, but that bird bigger than all the other ones.
Well, that's true, but these up here are different species of the same bird. Okay? And we're focusing on this one right now. All right? So juvenile means what?
I forgot.
I thought you might have been focusing on that. It means younger.
Young.
In this case, birds. Younger birds that are not yet adults, okay? We'll come back and we'll explore that word some more here in a minute. Okay. Their song is a very prolonged succession of notes. Succession, do you know what that means? It means one after the other.
One after the other?
Mm-hmm. One after the other. And we'll get there here in a few minutes. Okay, so succession of notes and phrases, each repeated a half dozen times or more before changing. Often heard at night, many mockingbirds are excellent mimics of other species. Did you know they could do that? Well, mocking means to, you know what you always say, stop mocking me, right? So what does it mean? That's not technically one of our words, but what is
Stop doing stuff.
mocking means like you're repeating what you hear. So if I go, yet, yet, and you do it, just go, yet, yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really anything. You're just making a noise, right? Well, that's what mockingbirds do. They mock what they hear. They mimic what they hear. That's why they call them a mockingbird. Okay? All right. So let's go back to our target word. And our first one was conspicuous. Do you remember what that meant? Okay. So the definition is standing out to be clearly visible, attracting attention. Okay? So in other words, when you put on that bright yellow jacket that you bought to be Georgie for Halloween, they're very noticeable, right? That yellow jacket sticks out. It's very conspicuous. Your yellow jacket is very conspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, you know how sometimes when we go and we see construction cones? We'll be driving around and we'll see construction cones, and you see the men in the bright yellow or bright orange jackets, and the cones they have set out, they're bright orange. They're meant to be conspicuous to warn you. So you make up a word using conspicuous. You make up a sentence using the word conspicuous. 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 Now say conspicuous. Conspicuous. Conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
How many claps would that have? Just for fun, real quick. How many claps would that have? Us. So that's 4, right? That's a lot of syllables, isn't it? A lot of claps. Okay. Well, anyway, we won't get into that one again. But try to say it again. Conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
Perfect fist bump. That was a good one. Okay. So now you finish making up a sentence because I'm not really sure that you did. What's something? Is there anything in here that's conspicuous? What's that? Do you need to show me, or can you just tell me? Yes, that is conspicuous. He's pointing at a gold-plated attenuator I have, and it does stick out in here, so I think we're getting somewhere. How about one more sentence? How about this? How about this? Look here. Look what we got. This green ball. Look at that. Is it conspicuous up against that screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's go to our other word, juvenile. So it's
I remember what it is.
Juvenile relating to young.
I
You remember?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
It's stepping for other.
No. I see you didn't remember.
I saw it was, but is the one that was.
I'm gonna tell you this one. Okay.
Okay.
Juvenile. Remember, it was it's relating to young people, or in this case, birds. So not yet an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you a juvenile? You are. Is Daddy a juvenile?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you make up a word. You make up a sentence using the word juvenile for me.
I am a juvenile.
Okay. Is your brother a juvenile?
Mm-hmm.
Are all your brothers juveniles?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is Mommy a juvenile?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good job, fist bump. All right. So let's go ahead. I feel like we're doing okay on time. Oh, no, we're 14 minutes in. Okay, guys, just to save time, we would do the same thing with varied and succession. Um, And we are done. Thank you for your time, buddy. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.